Giving a nice welcome to Jensen and Jared.
Morning, guys. I'll take the lead then. For those who remember these before, you know how I like to sweat in the morning. So as I'm walking in, Cliff goes, "Here." I was like, "Oh yeah, I got a spare." Yeah, he got a spare for me.
Oh, you're already sweating.
I got out of the shower. I woke up. Yes.
What's that? Oh, a fan?
I was talking into this like a microphone, so it's like, yeah. So anyway.
All right, everybody, get your pictures.
Hey guys, a lot of familiar faces. How's Vancouver so far? Who went on the tour? Who made it to the supernatural gag reel by coming to Shaughnessy's Fun, huh? Yeah, kind of wacky. I had 6 cars, so that was nice. Good old Phil. It's like, all right, here we go. We're gonna turn the table. We're gonna shoot them with the camera. So
It was such a covert op, too. He was like, okay, the code word is... And then,
spam. Why is there a code word? Why don't we just?
we just say, hey, everybody. Yeah.
Going so far so good. Who are the newbies here?
Wow. Right on.
Welcome. I hope it's been fun. Anybody flirt with Sebastian? I always try. That's always my number one.
There should be like an R rating for the Sebastian. Yeah, we didn't get that memo.
He's great. Spade, Richard Spade. I can't. This is the. Okay, that's fine. Sorry, guys. It takes me a long time. I get going and then I'm taking the hair with the beanie because it's like wet hair day, so.
That's the look.
Yeah. This is Jared.
This is why we have professional hair and makeup.
Welcome. They're like, who's that dude? Where's Sam? Where's Sam? Where's the guy who plays your brother? Y'all excited about the season? 2 weeks?
3 weeks.
23rd.
Is it really? Why so late?
I
When did you start it?
Ask the CW.
They know?
Guys, I'm just true.
Hey guys, are we gonna go for an 8th season? I'm not sure.
Honestly, I come to y'all guys for supernatural information. I really do. I'm like, man, when was that? Oh, I'm gonna see him this weekend. So I'll just ask him.
You know, we are now the longest running CW show on it.
What's he hit?
I don't know that show.
I'll take it. Thanks, guys.
Well, they're doing 13 this year, but they're getting...
Oh, that's right.
And Beats canceled.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
And Kripke got commissioned to doing another one.
Yeah.
You guys hear about that?
That's great.
Sure. Showboater.
Commissioned to write from Disneyland.
I'm gonna put in a call and be like, hey, write me a role.
Yeah. Write me a role like one day an episode, though. Not one of these 8-dayers. I thought someone said something. Someone seemed like a question. Did someone say something? Am I hearing? What's wrong with you? It's that.
We need a Tylenol and some duct tape for Jared.
Thanks for joining us at 10, by the way. We were like, hey, you know, we don't have a flight to catch, so let's all like enjoy a rest. Yes, I think so.
I don't think anybody slept last night anyway.
No one said, what were y'all doing?
We were here till like 1.
Oh,
The
really?
dessert party.
Cocktail party, right? Well, we were having a cocktail party of our own. We actually went out to dinner last night with Phil Segretia, John Showalter, Guy B, the oh so famous but very rarely seen Serge.
Yeah.
DP.
Has anybody here met Serge?
No.
He's got to be the one person who works absolutely.
He's known as the Iron Man of Supernatural.
Yeah, he's he's obviously in charge of looking at the show, and he's going to be here, so we're going to point him out.
Yeah, we'll definitely point him out to you guys. He deserves a big round.
He's the ninja of Supernatural, so.
Yeah. Brad Creaser, our A-camera operator. Who else is there?
It's a big clip.
Big guy, bald.
Jim Michaels.
Jim Michaels, one of our line producers. Yeah, so we had a good dinner last night.
We did. It was guys' night. We were all away from our wives, and we were like, "We miss our wives. Let's go have steak. Let's go have steak." And then we're all like, every now and again.
Nothing takes the place of a woman like a nice hunk.
It's so funny because we get there, it's like 10 guys. We're all sitting around the table and we're like, yeah, skip the wifeys for a weekend. Ooh, oh guys, I gotta go, I gotta make a phone call. Gradually, we're all bragging about how we wear the pants, and then like, oh god, I forgot to call, I had to call the guy. We're all sneaking out one by one, like a call. Little girls room, so. Y'all cocktail party over here? Yeah. Nice. Fun. Who won or lost that? We all lost? We all like... Sebastian? Was he? He's like a ninja.
I knew he cloned himself.
When did he come here? Because he was sitting right next to me. Was he?
What?
Was he? Has he been cloned? Jim Michael wasn't sitting right there?
He left a little early.
Barely early though. Like he hour? Save the math for somebody else.
You are drenched.
Yeah.
I kid you not. I deal with this on set constantly.
And every now and again,
I just hold a towel in my hand and roll camera.
even after all this time, I haven't figured out the you dry after shower before putting clothes on. So it's sort of like shower and then like put the clothes on. Oh man. Just have a towel, and then I'm like a wet dog.
Just take a cold shower.
I did. I really did. It was honestly, I took a cold shower. What's it?
It's menopause.
Menopause. I'm going through menopause. I just like doing this, so.
It's very manly.
So who has something they wanna yell at us? Every now and again, someone has.
It just yells some shit.
No. Who won?
Who are the winners? Who embarrassed
themselves?
I'm gonna go with Sebastian. Who else? Chad. What did he sing? Chad was crowd surfing. That's new.
Did he really? So Chad got dropped. Sebastian crowd surfed? The dropping thing, which is understandable, I suppose. So who dropped Chad? High five, dude. I love Chad. He's such a nice. What about Misha? Misha?
He was on a boat.
That's right. Who was on the boat? Who was on the boat? So it was a big boat. I was under the wrong impression that it was like a 20-footer or something. It was like.
How was the boat ride?
Where'd y'all go?
It's pretty here, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I was like.
No, so what, you guys went up around Stanley Park? And and it was a nice day for that too. It's for you guys.
That was Friday. That was Saturday. Friday.
After my kayak trip 2 weekends ago, Daniil and I decided to do the same thing basically you guys did, except powering ourselves.
Not smart.
I couldn't move my shoulders for like a week because we had one of those double kayaks, and of course she's enjoying the scenery while I'm. And she's like, you know, we have to be back at a certain time. Shut up!
The next day he gets in, he's like, I'm
Like, I can't move.
Will you cramp my back?
4-hour kayak, and I don't think I stopped. Like just this. 4 hours.
Lena's going, hurry up, I can't feel the breeze. You're exuding too much heat. Slow down a little. That's beautiful.
Oh, yeah.
That's nice. It's beautiful here. Buckley was here in town. Anybody see Brian? He's great. I'm sad that I missed that. I got off early on Friday, but not early enough to catch that. But he's fantastic, huh?
Yeah.
He hadn't been up to, one of my closest friends, he hadn't been up to Vancouver. And here's a funny story. So he's going through customs, and they're like, why do you have a guitar? He's like, well, I'm going to go play some music. Well, I'm seeing my buddy, Jared Padalecki. He's on Supernatural. And they're like, oh, your buddy's Jared Padalecki, huh? He goes, yeah. They're like, all right, let's see, if you're friends, you have his phone number, wouldn't you? Buckley's like, yeah? I don't understand what you're getting at. They're like, well, let us see your phone, let us see his contact. He was like, okay. And so he just kind of like goes to his text messages back and forth with he and I. He's like, hey man, let's get some beer later. He's like, here. And they're like, okay, carry on. But what I...
Meanwhile, the female customs agent was like, hang on one second.
Yeah. So I'm getting all these phone calls from... No, but I kind of was talking to Buckley and I was like, you can save somebody as anybody. I could say like, yeah, I'm William Shakespeare, he just texted me. Let me see his number. All right, here from William Shakespeare.
I'm pretty sure we're not going to believe that one.
It's a bit more difficult to believe, but I didn't understand. Does anybody have problems with custom? Getting through?
Yeah.
Did you? What happened? I want to hear it. I love it.
Actually making this much like Vancouver by 5 minutes.
No way.
Well, that's because of your accent.
Who were they to? What was their
Well,
excuse?
basically, like I got there 2 hours before my next flight, and we were supposed to get express process through customs so we could make our flight.
Yeah.
So back in the queue, and then made me wait.
It's a nightmare.
So I got through 5 minutes after my plane was closed, and couldn't get off. And they were going to make me wait 12 hours to get to the flight.
And then what happened?
I managed to get on a flight to Seattle, and then took a light plane from Seattle to Vancouver.
Well, I'm glad you made it.
Well, and on that note, for those of you who travel to get here, Jared and I travel constantly, and we know the difficulties, and also we thank you for making the trip, because travel these days is not an easy thing to do.
Yeah, whether it's easy or hard.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Who's local? Who's a
Well, then there's no thank you for you. Thanks for showing up.
just a level below. I got lost. I ended up here. Who are you guys? Yeah.
But how many actually live in this building? These 3 weeks. Yeah. I lived here for 3 seasons.
We're gonna sell out 2 friends of ours that work with us on Supernatural. Ivan Hayden and Jason Fisher are sitting right there at the back of the auditorium. So give a big wave. 2 crucial parts of the show. I don't know if y'all are sticking around I don't know if y'all sticking around afterwards. Yeah. All right, we'll be there too. So it's those guys. Whenever you see them, hound them. Shin kicks. That's what I always say.
I can't even believe you're here this early.
I
This
know.
is shocking.
It's a weekend.
He doesn't show up this early for work, during the work days.
It's supernatural. What else, guys? What else? Tell me, who has questions? Who hasn't seen us in a while? Yes?
Are you still planning on auctioning off the...
Yes. Long story
You're
short,
gonna have to beat me.
yes, I had announced that I was auctioning
I
off.
won that.
We went through a few, if you're recording video or audio, please turn it off for a second. Because I don't want to, yeah. Wait, Jensen? We had to, since it was part of the show, we had to go through a couple of leaps that we were unanticipated. And so the Warhol as paintings of myself and Jen, we will be auctioning them off. We're going to figure out how to do that. We had to go through signs and stuff. They just released, a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they just had something where any part of any show has to now go through legal affairs to get released. And they're not going to say, I mean, it's for a charity, it's not like, hey, I'm putting money. So they're obviously not going to say no, but we just have to go through a few more jumps.
Are the paintings here?
They are in my apartment, which is in They're not here. They're pretty big. I guess.
They're too big. A lot of things are probably going on Becky's site, which is brothers.com, is probably close to that.
Yeah.
Where we're setting sell them after that. So they're huge.
So they're not going to sell at the convention?
We can't. We don't have the. We're not able to. We don't have the approval yet. I know. And send anything to a list of lawyers, and it takes 15 minutes.
Not
to do that.
broken watches or anything.
I know, exactly. Well, and that, I guess, I have to, before when I auction doesn't, I'll have to get that.
You know what's funny is we, there was a very important set that we broke down on the show. And spoiler alert. And as soon as they, okay, you know, cut on that scene, now we're moving, and I was like, that's the lesson we're doing here.
Swirling away stuff.
And then there was this one item that I had my eye on like the whole day, and I go over to grab it, and it's not there. I said, Jared! And sure enough, you already swiped it.
I grabbed it, and it was kind of like, and then I got to my trailer and started undoing all my pockets, and I was like, man, like, what am I gonna do?
You get a call from a lawyer.
It's like
tomorrow.
hiding it. On the bottom, it's like property of Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Scratch that off.
nothing beats the from the car crash.
Yeah. The honker. The beeper. The honker.
Also known as the center cap to a steering wheel. Yeah. The honker.
That's what you call it. What would you call it? What would you?
The center cap to the steering wheel.
So many syllables. Which? But the horn is actually what makes the noise, and the thing with the makes the car go. It pumps and the wheels turn. Yeah, pie I can talk about. You want to talk pie or candy? I gotcha. Have y'all seen the pictures of the ducks? Has anybody seen ducks? Do y'all know the story behind that? The official? Please tell me.
So I walk by those things every day, and I'm like, what? They're mutating now. They're growing.
The official story, we have a lot of low-hanging things on set. For instance, the trailers, when the awning comes out, the little pitch, some of us are tall, and we'll run head first into them. And so, in order to remind ourselves not to run into things, because oftentimes we're going to say like reading lines or doing this, we started hanging ducks. So we'd see them and think, duck. Yes. And so as the amount of places grew that we needed to duck, but the ducks were not multiplying as real ducks do, which I'll explain later, we figured we needed more ducks. We didn't need that many ducks. I think we needed like 3 more ducks. Now we have a small duck army. Not a small duck army, but it's small. You should bring in a duck. Have you ever seen this? That's X-rated.
Yeah, I heard Sebastian had his way with the duck.
You should donate to the duck, and Sebastian did something to the duck.
I don't want to be able to hear that duck.
I'd rather not see that picture. What's the term? Plausible deniability? If I never saw it, then I can't be. It's illegal. I had it just in case the cops pulled me over. I'm not allowed to have that kind of picture on my phone, so I deleted it. Where is it? Where's the duck?
Probably
Isn't it a blow-up duck?
There's also one in there for Sebastian.
It's the blow-up duck, right? But you know what's going to happen?
Where's the Sebastian?
Yes. You blew the damn thing up? I'm taking the damn thing down. I'm just gonna leave that alone. Stop it. Yeah, I got it.
Now I think I'm gonna be held accountable.
Things goes down.
Yeah, you're gonna cut that out.
At least.
I think it's a good idea. Is he here today? Is Bashir? How you been?
Good. I was actually on the set when you guys did the whole thank you.
Yeah.
And I just wanted to say thank you for doing that.
Yeah, that was sweet.
Well, thank you for thanking us for thanking you.
I'm confused.
No, it's,
It was
yeah.
great. It was also special being on set and actually watching you guys do what you do so well. So me and my friends were there, and one of them's from Norway. She's not here because she has children, but she came all the way over here and she's like, oh my God, that was so amazing. So I wanted
Cool.
to thank you for that thing at the end because we were just bored by it.
Yeah, thanks guys. I mean, it's always difficult to figure out how to say thanks for the support. Figure we'll put you on camera.
And the car was there, which
Yeah,
is
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. With the honker.
with the honker.
Not the original honker, but the new honker. Does that make sense? Wow. You follow? That was good. Well, thank you all for coming and seeing. What else is going on? Anybody else have anything to ask? You have a chance? Have I drunk season 7? Yeah, since you asked. I am. You know, it feels like, I feel a bit discombobulated just because we had to shoot episode 3 first because this guy was supposed to direct. This jerk. It's great. I'm excited about it. My big thing, you know, guys in Boston and New Jersey, but it feels kind of scary again. And now we're working with James Marsters and Elizabeth Carpenter. As they're coming to and from set. Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have said that. I think I can say that. I didn't say that.
Pretty sure.
Misha announced it, and I'm just reiterating.
Do we have Buffy fans here? Yeah. It's over. Let it go.
And it was funny to hear stories because I was on Gilmore during the final seasons of Buffy, and so I met here and there, and it was obviously a bigger show on the network when Gilmore Girls was starting, so I kind of met them, and so hearing about their work hours, and I'm always bitching about like 12, 14-hour days, whatever it is. He's like, no, we run 14, 20-hour days regularly.
He said they refer to the show as Buffy the Weekend Slayer.
That's what the actors
So many weekends they work. It's just, ugh, can't imagine.
So it's cool. It's cool with other actors who understand the genre. As always, like when we got Joel on the show for your episodes, it's cool to have other actors, and I think it's nice for y'all guys. I feel like I'm telling you what's nice for y'all. It's nice for y'all, but it's nice for. It feels like it's nice for our core family to see Sam and Dean interact with other people that you fall in love with before. You know, some shows. I'm rambling and now.
How'd that go for you?
When in doubt, just
Stop talking and start
stop
playing.
talking. My hair's grasping around. This is like my hair dryer.
What episode are we? We're on 5, right?
We're halfway through 5.
Halfway through 5.
Yeah.
It's weird because normally you guys are kind of.
How's directing?
I
I don't know.
Oddly enough, I thought it was going to be easier the second time around, and it was just the opposite.
I heard some really awesome evil laughter from over there.
That was Ivan. It was the script was a little bit much more difficult this time. So it was really cool. There was a lot of flashbacks, so it was a lot of flipping back and forth. There was a lot of scenes. What's that?
Spoiler alert, flashbacks.
Flashback. Yeah. What? Great. Flashback to
You know
what?
we're not gonna die.
I guess. So just kind of keeping it all straight in my head was a little difficult, and I think because of what I learned last year doing it, I had that much more to think about this year. So it you know, I got it done. I was happy. It's very challenging. I probably sprouted a few gray hairs, but what? Shut up. I don't believe you. Thank you. Well, it helps to have, you know, the family that we have basically established over the past 6.5 seasons, supporting you and being there for you at any point that I, if I was running into a problem or had a question, there was always somebody there eager to help, not just willing to help, but like ready and to go, and it was, I couldn't ask for a better situation to do something like that. So that was, thanks to the crew. No, come on, you guys are part of that. I actually got to direct him a little bit more this time. As you know, last year was pretty much all about Jim Beaver, but this year it was much more of a Sam-oriented episode. So it was, here's the thing: when in that position, well, when I'm not in the directing position, when we're just acting together, we're always kind of watching each other's backs as it is. So it was the same when I put the director's hat on as well. Jared shows up and he's like, all right, what do you want me to do? And he knows that I'm going to take care of him because he and I take care of each other pretty much all the time, as far as, how to motivate a scene, how to motivate a move. Like a lot of times, you get a technical director on set that says, okay, I want you to move over to this side of the set because
You say this.
when you say this, because it's a cool shot. But then as an actor, you're sitting there going, well, there's no motivating thing that brings me to that side of the set. I would just stay here and say my lines here. There's nothing that, if I'm getting a cup of coffee or if I'm doing something that motivates a move, then that's one thing. So Jared and I have always been very kind of well-versed on finding ways to motivate movement in a scene. And the great thing about having that knowledge and working with him for so long is that I was able to basically block out scenes before we got on set. I had all the movements already there because I found a motivating factor in the scene to justify the movements. Is anybody awake yet? So it was, that was a tool that I had at my disposal with him, that he showed up and basically trusted the fact that I blocked out the scene properly as an actor would block out the scene. And
So less pranking than usual.
less pranking than usual. My brain, it was, I believe at one point I was just, while they were setting up a shot, I was sitting there going through all the shots that I had listed in my head for that particular scene, and I was just kind of the 1,000-yard stare. I was just looking, and our dolly grab, Dave Rippel, comes up and goes, I can literally hear your brain. And I did one of these like, I mean, like, my brain was just going constantly, and it's difficult because as a director, as an actor, I only have.
You've confused him again, guys.
As an actor, you're responsible for one link in the chain. You're responsible for performing that character, and for so long, that's been my focus, is that character. Making sure that I bring him to life the best way that I can. Whereas a director, you have to think about that character, the other character, all the characters. You have to think about the lighting, you have to think about the direction, you have to think about how the audience is going to interpret this, you have to think about movement, music, the story arcs, the height, the highs and the lows of the scene. So it's a lot to think about, and I realized that more this time, of how much I enjoy just being an actor. But I also really enjoy the challenge of directing, so there you go. That's my long spiel.
And on that note, we're at here. One more note, just because I just thought of it, because my wife made me laugh earlier this week. We started having a discussion about, I forget what it was about, but the kind of, the idea of, there's a saying, like, better to beg forgiveness than ask permission. And she was like, is that what the animators are going to do when you see, is that what the animators are going to do to you when you and Jensen see the way they made y'all run? Have y'all seen how we run in the animated? It's like this. So literally, I got a video. Just the arms around. And so then I'm on set, and she sends me a text message that just says, tee-hee.
And I'm like, what? And then I get a video text message. She's recorded like Sam and Dean running. I'm like, thanks, baby. I love you too. Anyways, sorry.
All right, we'll see you guys later.
This was going on in my head while he's